Jurgen, in the first game against Exeter, you had a lot of injuries. I think you probably remember you had a lot of young players in the side, you had some older players in the side. How is your injury situation looking now, and will that have a bearing on what kind of a team you choose this time around?
Oh, there are different things we have to talk about. It's not always an injury situation. It's we had a few players in the squad for the last game against Man United or Arsenal, which were injured a few weeks ago. So we have to think about for who it makes sense and for who it's not too dangerous or difficult. I don't know a better word for this, to start again. So we have to build a squad with players who are in a situation to win the game, to help us, and where there's not too much doubt about the common situation with possibly re-injuries and things like this. So that's the first thing we have to think about before the Exeter game, and so it will be a similar team to last time.
We had the news through yesterday that Simon Mignolet has signed a new contract, which is great for him. He's had a little bit of criticism recently in recent weeks, but how much of a show of confidence is this from you in his abilities?
So first of all, we would not have offered him a new contract when we would have had the same thinkings, and obviously a lot of the people who spoke about this situation are always talking about new goalkeepers from different countries, most of the time from Germany. But when I came here, I heard nothing negative about Simon with all people I spoke about since I'm here. There was no thing, to criticize. There were, of course, a lot of games since I'm here, and Simon was, as it's normal for a goalkeeper, involved in one or the other goal we conceded, but we thought about all, and at the end, it's the package. Simon Mignolet is for us perfect because he's a smart guy. He's young enough to develop in the things he has to develop, and he gives us all, the whole team, a feeling of a good feeling when he's in the starting lineup, and so that's really important. And we thought about it, and at the end, the result was that we were sure that we want to work together with him for the next years, and that's why we offered him a new contract, and he took it, and so now he's Liverpool FC player for the next how many years? Yeah. So,
long time.
Yeah. Well, hopefully I can think about the next contract too. So with him, and then we would have had success. So that's all. Well, I'm really satisfied with this position. Now we can go on.
Obviously, at this time of year, you will be linked with a lot of players. I'm sure you've kind of gotten used to that now. Rob Green, the latest one at QPR, the goalkeeper. How is it working in terms of you looking at trying to bring players in? Because Brendan Rodgers was on TV the other day saying that he had to work with what's effectively a transfer committee. What's happening in terms of you? Are you speaking to a transfer committee? Do you have the final say on who comes in, things like that?
Yes.
Totally and utterly. Is there ever a discussion? Do you have this?
Totally. I don't know if anybody is totally. If I would say, for example, we will take Zlatan Ibrahimovic for, I don't know what's his price in this moment, but maybe he's 35 now. But probably if you want to get him, you have to pay, I'm not sure. He's ending contract, right? I'm not sure. So, but you would have paid 35 and 100 million, for example, and I think I should have asked before. Before signing. No, that's absolutely no problem. We have how we said on the first day when I came here, I think it's like I'm like I used to work. It's sometimes my staff and myself has an idea with a player we know or we heard about, we saw whatever, and then we collect some informations about this together. It's not my job then to cut videos or things like this, but then there are players, our scouts bring in and say, look at this, we heard about, we saw him, we watched him for a long time, then we speak about this. At the end, it's only one thing, how I said in the first meeting and at the first press conference. If I don't want that a player come here, then he will not come. And if the player I want doesn't fit our budget, then he will not come too. That's absolutely normal. So there's nothing I'm surprised about. It's a normal situation.
And so happy with the goalkeeping situation. At the other end, I'm quite sure you'd probably like the team to be scoring.
You know.
So what are your options there? How can you get this team scoring more goals? What options do you have to you?
I know that you always think about the right play in the right position and everything changed. But first of all, what we have to do is to create chances, and that's what we are doing in this moment. Next step is to make the right decision in the right moment. So that's what we obviously not did often enough. That's what I said after the game. I don't care too much about the chances we had. It's more about the chances we didn't have, because with one different pass, one open view, one small movement, we could have had a lot of more chances in this game, and that's what we work on. Because every team, even if you score 3 or 4 goals, you have a lot of chances in the game. In these games, most often you didn't use, and that's the situation we are in. We have to take more often the right decision in the right moment. You can see the players want, they do what we want. They take the ways we show them to come in the last third. We are very often in a really good position, but then we don't score. That's the truth, and so we have to work on this. It's not only to say, okay, change the player and you will see everything change. We have the situation that from, I would say, 5 strikers, 2 are left, and I think in the beginning of the season maybe Roberto Firmino was not, I don't know, but maybe was not planned as a striker, but because of our situation, we thought about it. Because of his skills, we did it, and so for creating chances, it's really good formation. What we had in these games, and for scoring, it's more than only one player. We didn't score enough from different positions. We have not enough goals from the offensive midfield. That's all. But the players know about it. So it's sometimes to be a little bit more greedy in the right moment. Example, across from wherever, and if we are behind the defender, we stay behind the defender. So that's the situation. So we jump, but it's to defend. We don't come often enough in front of him and to try to use this chance. We shoot in situations when we don't have to shoot. You can see we are greedy on goals, but maybe to not cool enough to see the player in a better position. We had these situations against Man United. Even when we had big chances, we could have had with an easy pass, I would say a nearly 100% goal. And that's the situation. That's football. And we talk about this. We show the player this, and we work on it. And that's what we think, what we can change, and how we can help. But that's it.
So in terms of the personnel that you have available to you, then I know you mentioned about swapping them. Jerome Sinclair possibly going. Is this the moment for Daniel? Is there another option that we don't know about, maybe?
What about Jerome Sinclair?
Jerome Sinclair is being reported that he's possibly on his way to Watford now. Is that not true?
Nothing to say about this in this moment, but Jerome is a very young player, so in the situation, and he has his skills, of course, there's no doubt about it. He's a very good shooter and things like this, but physically he's not in this moment. It's not easy for him in a center position in the Premier League game against 6'4" defenders to survive, I would say. So, but that's not a problem for him because how I said, he's very young, and he can develop, of course. And and what was the other question?
Is this maybe Daniel's game to come back, or is there another option?
No, there's absolutely no chance for Daniel. He had again a break in his training sessions because of some issues, and he's now back on the pitch and again training, but it's always on a good way, losing time, on a good way. So in this moment, no team training until now since Newcastle. I don't know how long it is.
Last time we played,
Yeah, and since then no team training. So and that's of course not a situation where we can think about him. So we have always to find solutions. So that's what we spoke about there. We have some injuries, and you see it always when we are fresh in mind, fresh in legs. Then we are able to really perform. Then you can see that we are more than competitive. Then we are in the game. Then we create chances. That's what you have to do. And then there's the next game, and we have again to decide. It's too much for this player or not? Can we change or not? Do we have to try it again like this? All these decisions we have always to make. That's a situation. It's normal. But of course, it would be better. We would have had more opportunities then, and that's what we don't have in this moment. So we will play now tomorrow with a team with fresh legs. And that's and want to go to next round. What's not easy. We saw it at Exeter, but it will be a different game. And we try to take the chance to go to next round. And then we have the next game in Norwich, and that's the situation.
Thank you. James, the conditions down at Exeter were obviously very different for you. This time around, in front of a cellar at Anfield, how confident are you that some of the younger players in the squad won't freeze in that kind of environment?
Yeah, you never can be sure, and I think it's. I don't want to put too much pressure on their shoulders because for this they are too young. But it's another situation, how you said. So the pitch was really difficult, but for both teams, and Exeter did better on this pitch, but they were maybe a little bit more used to. And now we play at Anfield, so and I would say we don't have to think too much about the first game. Of course, for the analyze we needed, but we did it, but then we have to. I think it's a big chance first, that we can show the young boys that we trust them. I think it's very important. It's very important, and we can. It's a real competition against a good team. Now I know more about League Two players, to be honest, because before, of course, I don't know, but it's similar to Germany. It's Regionalliga in Germany. In Germany, they only a few of them are only semi-professionals, but they all know to play football. So it's a real man's competition, and we trained yesterday with the Exeter squad. We will train today with the Exeter squad, and we'll have a little session tomorrow morning with the Exeter squad. So there are 3 more sessions together, and hopefully we all can see it. And together with the first match, it's the experience we need to play this game. And then I think for all these players are very excited. For a lot of them, it's first time starting lineup at Anfield. Anfield is a special place for footballers all over the world, and I'm really looking forward for them. I'm happy for them that they got this opportunity and got this chance, and hopefully we can create atmosphere from outside and that helps the boys, and yeah, and then, how I said, go to the next round.
Jurgen, John Flanagan's been playing with the under-21s as he makes his return from injury. Is he somebody possibly who's in contention for the Exeter game? And have you had a chance to see him and what he made of himself?
Yeah, John is in a really good way, and we are all happy about this. But it's like this: as a manager, you can decide a lot, but not all. So that means the medical department, decided that he's didn't train yesterday with us, didn't train today with us. Today's Monday, right? No, Tuesday. He's training today with us. So I'm sorry, and that means it's not for starting lineup. But if nothing happens and he feels good, then he's on the bench. And if there's the situation, then we will bring him. Of course, it's really a long time for him. I think now it's the first step back for him to breathing and feeling Anfield and being back in the dressing room, not in a suit, but in a tracksuit. So that's a good step for him. And if nobody tells me something different, then he is in a squad for tomorrow. Yes.
I know you don't talk about Jurgen Sinclair's future, but his contract situation has been known for quite a while. So how does the club go about keeping younger players happy and keeping them at the club?
First of all, it's not, as a club you can't make younger players happy. It's not possible because it's not a first job. If like in normal life, if it's not easy for you to be happy, then nobody others can help you. But what we try, and that's more for the future, what we try to create a situation where younger players know that it's not important. How can I say, to get the highest wages in your life in the first year of your career, it's more important to get the real education. So, and that's what we want to try, and for this you always need a lot of things. I don't know too much. I like Giroud, to be honest. He's a real talent, and if he wants to stay with us, no problem, absolutely no problem. If not, we cannot force it. So that's not. But in this situation, I know nothing about it, about the decision. So that means I'm fine with the situation. But first of all, you need young players who want to learn. And if we can create a situation where they feel that it's the right place to learn, then everything is good, and that's what we try for next season. We can't do this now, so it's to big rush in it and leaving on loan, coming back, and things like this. That's what we want to do for the future. But in this situation, so we have no rush in this situation. As long as he's here, he's an LFC player. For me, absolutely no problem. But I cannot make decisions for them. We only can offer things, and first of all, we need to offer education and training and the possibility to work together with the best coaches and the best players we have, and then it's up to the players.